If you have small children nearby, maybe put them in the other room for this one, or put some headphones in. Earlier this week, I took a shit that cost me $800. And after yelling at the screen, pacing and muttering, and with no one else to blame but myself, I thought it was the perfect time to make a video. You see, anyone can teach you how to read charts or use indicators. Anyone can tell you the news or get you hyped up about some new stock or coin. And these YouTubers, they make trading look easy. And in theory, it is. Trading only has two parts to learn. There's all the technical stuff, like the charts, the analysis, indicators, strategies, patterns, the lingo, the wallets, exchanges, fees. The other part is yourself. What's infinitely harder to master is the part nobody can teach you how to do. How to master yourself. These are the biggest blunders that beginners and veteran traders alike constantly punish themselves by doing, and it has nothing to do with skill or knowledge. I've personally made every one of these mistakes. Even though I realize at this point that what I'm doing is wrong, I still commit one of these sins every so often, and each time I'm harshly reminded that I need to master myself above anything else. The first blunder is trading on emotion. Emotion is normal and healthy. You are an emotional creature. These lines, though, are not. They are cold, godless, soulless lines that can't hear your tears or cheers. Emotion can hurt you in this game of trading. But don't make yourself a robot. Have feelings, but know that you need to acknowledge your feelings and deliberately separate them from your analysis. These are the emotions that run our hearts and minds. You have fear, greed, anger, and hope, and all of them can and will cost you dearly. First, there's fear. This is the most common. Panic buying or selling. Fear of missing out. You FOMO into something. And you always get wrecked when you do that. This opportunity, it'll never happen again. I have to do this now. It's going up real strong. And then you jump in late and your exit liquidity for someone else. Do not panic buy or panic sell. Now, if you're investing and you get word that the CEO is diddling kids, then by all means, panic sell. And maybe rebuy later once the news cycle changes. But if you're a day trader, there's no reason ever to panic buy or panic sell. You have your limits, you have your chart analysis there for a reason. You set your parameters and you let it run. That's it. You know the likelihoods and the odds, and with the right analysis and indicators, the odds are in your favor. Then you place your parameters, you set your limits, and you let it run. That's fear. Then there's greed. Let's say you're seeing a nice gain. One of the trades is going your way, but you refuse to close out because it hasn't hit your ideal target yet. Ooh, I'm up $200, but I could be up $300. Wouldn't that be better? And so then you wait, thinking maybe it could go up more, and you'll get an extra nice payday. But then you watch the trade sprint in the wrong direction, giving up the gains entirely. Or you're up nicely on the day, but it's still early. You think you can make even more money. You then proceed to lose every trade until you've given up your initial profits. If you're up, know when it's time to leave. The longer you stay at the table, the more likely the house takes all the money right back. Then there's anger. You're having a bad day. You're getting frustrated. Things are not going your way. You're getting stopped out left and right. Don't try to trade more or revenge trade to offset your earlier losses. Reassess entirely. Imagine watching yourself in that chair, stressing out over stuff on a screen. What would you tell that person to do? And lastly, there's hope. Hope is a mistake in this game. Something happened. The charts don't look good anymore, but you refuse to give up. You're chasing a specific number. If you're staring at your screen and hoping, that's a bad sign. If you're praying at your computer, that's even worse. Jesus saves, yes, but he doesn't care about your portfolio. Jesus saves souls, not crypto coins. Trade only based on cold, calculated analysis and likelihoods. If the trade goes the other way and you get stopped out, that's okay. Reassess from a fresh perspective. Take a break if you need to. Come back with new calculations and a new attack strategy. The next major blunder is biased analysis. Most of us are natural bulls or bears at heart, but it's most important that your analysis can effectively argue for both sides, like a skilled lawyer. You see the charts and the indicators, and you should be able to argue the bullish case and the bearish case to yourself. Then, if one side is clearly stronger than the other, place your move accordingly. If you're only bullish-minded or only bearish-minded, you're leaving half the opportunities on the table. So when you see these charts and everything on the screen, think the way a good lawyer would. You need to be able to prove either case. And when you're setting your trades, set stop limits. Here's me sitting on a Tron long. Everything's looking peaceful. Strong money flow, nothing major going on yet. I'm sitting around, having finished my coffee, and what do you know? I gotta take a shit. So I step away from the computer and take a dump. Well, Tron did the same thing. A freak flash fuck scamwick ass candle out of nowhere for absolutely no reason with no warning at all. The price, of course, once I'm knocked out, rushes right back to my original target, and I missed out on all of it. If I had a stop loss, I would have taken a small shot. I can live to play another day. But since I didn't, even though I know I'm supposed to, I looked at the charts, everything was fine. What are you worried about? We're okay. And it's Tron. I know wicks are going to get a little crazy, so I don't have a tight stop loss the way I normally do. I'm like, we're fine. And within 2 minutes, it was a quick shit, I got twin turbo fucked and lost $800. That's going to take me a couple days to make back, assuming the next few days are good. So stupid. If you're going into battle, keep your shield up, even if it looks like all the enemies are dead. As soon as you put that shield down, an arrow hits you in the head, no matter what. There's always another guy hiding in the woods. Keep your shield up no matter what. Your shield is your stop limit. Think of the gambler going into a casino with a set amount of money to play with. If he gets cleaned out, he has the discipline to leave and lives to play another day. The degenerate goes right to the ATM and keeps feeding the monster until he's lost everything. Now, as a bonus tip, this is a big deal. I don't know why nobody talks about doing this. Keep a trading log. For each day, note every trade you made in a spreadsheet. Add up your totals for the day. At the end of the month, gather stats on your performance. This is for people who have analytical minds, who love stats. This isn't stats about basketball or baseball. It's stats about you. So which assets did you trade the most? Which performed the best? Which performed the worst? What was your trading win rate? Which days of the week were better than others for you, on average? Each month, start a new sheet and compare data month over month to sharpen your approach. That was a hell of a monologue. But I've had it inside, and I've been pacing and muttering a lot. And if any of that sounds like something you would do, try to keep it in the front of your mind. You're going to hear my voice saying, set a stop limit, asshole, and you go, I got it. And then you'll answer the phone, you go food shopping, something you got to take a shit, I don't know, you do the dishes, you come back and you got twin turbo flash candle fucked. And you'll know that's what Crypto Guy OTI was talking about. That can happen at any time. And if you're emotional, maybe you're an artist. You know, maybe you had a rough day. or you had a really good day and you're overly hopeful. Please recognize that you're an emotional creature and that's healthy, but you must separate it from your trading. Okay? Keep your shield up out there. Take some chances, calculated risks. Don't hope. Don't get upset. You can get upset in a comedic way. I love pacing and muttering and just yelling at the screen, and the screen just stares right back at me with his cold, dead lines. But these lines, they bring a lot of joy and a lot of anger, and I'd have it no other way. But I'm here to spread a message that you're not alone out there. It feels like you are. But just keep these rules in the front of your mind, and you can get through it. That's the difference between a good trader and a great trader, is keeping the rules tight. Good night.